Okay. Hello there. This is Nanagias, and welcome to the finale to Paranormasight. This is going to be the last um live stream I do of this. This is going to be the last live stream I do of this game, as we are right near the end. So I'm also starting 30 minutes earlier, so I have more time to finish this. Now, we only have a few more nodes to tackle, and we're also getting quite a number of endings. In fact, there was one ending I could have gotten last stream, but I wanted to save it for a, a little bit further into the video, uh, um, into the stream. Well, now that I have, now that we have this out of the way, let's begin. Hurrying Victor rescued Mayu Chozawa and interrogate her along with Takumi Yumioka, yet they failed to gain any particularly useful information about the curse bearers. They decide to return to Harvey's home when um I also changed a bit of the stream setup. Um yeah, the only thing I changed is basically my uh basically me what do I call it? Just my channel names, and as well as adding the final parts here. So anyone who joins the stream later will know, hey, this is the final part. You should go to my bot's channel and watch the previous streams if you want to know what's happening in this game. So yeah, now then, let's continue on with this note for Haruhi Shikima. Last time we left off on a bit of a cliffhanger with the death um Makoto. So yeah, we received an update on the hostage situation. The 56-year-old male suspect who announced his intent to commit mass murder in Sumida City today had taken a woman hostage and gone on the run. He was found by the police in a park in Sumida after 4 p.m. and confirmed dead. The weapon the suspect was said to possess was nowhere to be found on site, and its whereabouts are currently unknown. Furthermore, the female hostage was not present, and the search for her continues. Interesting. If this is being reported on the news, then that lends credence to her story. He was quite taken just moments ago, but he seems better now. I think it'd be harder for him to keep his cool. Anyway, I should ask her about her side of the story. Okay, let's think. Well then, how should I proceed? Is this what it's like to be rushing to one's doom? Okay, so what else? Okay, that's still here. Oh, hi there. What the hell are you doing here? I wonder what her intentions are. How's she able to act like nothing happened? Is this just how girls are these days? Well, well, it's just like I said, right? The female hostage mentioned on the news just now. That must have been you. Which means you killed Nejima with your own curse stone. Well, you said you gave me refuge, so I came to take you up on that offer. What, what are you planning? Me? Well, obviously, I'm onto my last resort. So, you're a curse spell with a curse stone, too, right? Are you surprised? Yes, I have a curse stone on my own. It's the Taco Sugaru. Then why go after other people's curse stones? Because killing people is bad, you know. Don't you think so too? I wonder. Oh, are you the type of lady who's willing to sacrifice anything for the sake of your girls? It's, man, it sure ain't good, but people will question where your parents went wrong, you know? Well, people can be harsh. Either way, that's why I wanted to only use soul drags to get the others. But that didn't work out in the end. No one had the backbone to use that curse. The world's gone soft. Yeah. with no one mercilessly using that curse in pursuit of their own goals, I had to take matters into my own hand. Now people might be wondering where your parents went wrong. Well, I suppose, it had to be done. If you say. I heard Namigaki, that young man you were with, used his curse stones too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get a new mic. Huh? How do you know that? Ugh, creepy much. Are you stalking me? I may have heard it from a detective I know. That is cops. Bet you know a bunch. I know your type. People who boast just cause they know a couple of cops. But the police is filled with nothing but scum. My, you seem to hold quite a grudge against the force. Speaking of, this guy really creeps me out. What's the deal with him anyway? You gonna explain? Even the way he moves is all weird and exaggerated. Right, I haven't introduced myself yet. No, thank you. Anyway, okay, that's still the same. Let me introduce myself. It's hard to talk as strangers. Oh, it isn't, and are you okay telling me who you are? I won't stop you. Do as you please. Well, I am Harvey Seegemine. This is my house. My father and husband are both with the police. Is that so? Then, you know the cops are just the worst people, right? Well, there are certainly many who are cold, especially with their own family. In the police family, one is always expected to just grin and bear it no matter what happens. God, I know, right? What a relief. You understand. I think we might get along. Oh, well, I'm glad then. And I'm Rick the Kai, private investigator. Did I ask? But, you're an investigator. So your job is to sneak around and follow people to pry into their secrets, right? Oh, is that why you keep probing us with all these questions? Ew. Guess there's not much I can do to change that terrible impression you got of me. Hey lady, why are you working with this dude? I asked him to look into something for me. Really? It's just that he keeps looking this way. Okay, anything different? Nope, still the same. Continue introductions. Isn't your father a police officer as well? Yo, Axia. And like always, you join at on her route again. uh, not in, not in. Oops. That man is not my father. Not in name or deed. Why do I keep doing that? Sounds like there's some bad blood there. Must be fate. Yep, definitely. Okay, why do I keep doing that? I've already legally cut all ties. He even had the nerve to act all high and mighty today, and still refused to help me. You met him today. But yeah, just so you know, this is the final stream for this game. So yeah, after this, I have to plan out what I'm going to stream next. What's her name again? Oh yeah, Harley. The one I'm playing as. This girl is someone different. Ah yes, remember that Chief Susumi who was chasing Nejima? Well, that's him, my dad. What? You're his daughter? Former daughter? I've cut ties. He never acted like a father, so he doesn't deserve the title. Yeah, this is Harway. You know, I heard something about that Nejima guy. Apparently, he wanted to get revenge on Chief Inspector Susumi for his arrest by going after his daughter. Wait, really? And I heard the police have been searching non-stop to take you into protective custody. So that explains why the police was staking out your place too. Man, how could I have known that? They came in such intimidating numbers. Wait, huh? Hold on a minute. Doesn't that mean that Nejima was specifically after my life today? That sounds about right. It's a good thing you got out unscathed. Or rather, I turned the table on him. Oh, that means legally speaking, it was self-defense. But that truly was frightening. To think I have to go through this just for being related to a cop. It's a disgrace. It truly is, to cause our child such trouble. I'm sorry. It's okay. You're not the one that needs to apologize, lady. I'm sorry. It just reminded me of what happened to my own son. Your son? What happened? My child was also kidnapped and murdered in order to enact revenge against the police, you see. What? How awful. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Uh, oh yeah, actually, are you free today or do you have to leave later? No, now that you mention it, I do remember hearing about an incident like that last year. That must have been your son, huh? My condolences. Okay, still the same. Now that I think about it, although we've met a few times, I didn't even know your name. I guess we're more like acquaintances now. So what were we talking about again? I'm at work just passively listening. Okay. Oh right, Yutaro Namagaki. He's no good, honestly. He's such a wuss. I had to spur him on so many times for him to even use his curse, and even then he was pissing his pants. Uh, Alright, I think you told me this before, but I forgot. What do you work as? Because there isn't that many jobs that like allow you to listen to a stream while you're working. And just when I take my eyes off him, he hands off over his custom to someone. Honestly, he's a disappointment. So that's what happened. Which is why I figured I had to do it myself if I wanted it done right, you know? That's what my last resort is, collecting soul drags of my own. So, when you were taken hostage by Nijima, you used the curse stone in the gardens and swiftly made your getaway. Well, yeah. I really didn't have time to think on it. At the time, I only thought of how to get out of there. Then, what about now? Could you use it again? Your curse stone. Well, the curse stone doesn't respond during the day, but it's evening now. So I tried using the curse just now and yep, it seems I activated it. What? You're using it now? It might still be a little weak. I guess it's not supposed to be used repeatedly. But I think I could get it to work once more. Oh? That's so. So it is, so I'll give you a final warning. Okay. It's already started, so be careful. It started. What started? The curse, of course. All that's left is for the conditions to be fulfilled. Calm down, ma'am. If using a curse, one would target a curse bearer. I hadn't even considered it. Would it be possible to use my stone as well now? If it's already active, does that mean we'll die the second we trip her condition? A proclamation meant she thinks I'm a curse bearer. Did she find out, or is this a trick to get me to admit it? She activated her curse. The curse stones can be used already. I let my guard down. I didn't think it could be used this early in the evening. Ma'am, please calm down. What should I do? Should I keep her talking? Okay. If you guys don't mind me, want to say, yeah. Thank for forgiveness. Now, instead of talking about that, how about we talk about why you're so shaken? Software development, and through the keywords, I focus on screen. In reality, I'm working while procrastinating. Okay, that's nice. As I thought, you have a curse though too. You're a curse well, aren't you, lady? Uh, And okay, let's try not to get in trouble because I hate for like this to be the reason you get into trouble. Yes, I am. I'm sure you already noticed. Yeah, well, yeah. Around last night, it was a little too obvious. Judging by your address, I'm guessing you've got the haunting clappers? Yes, that's right. There's a lot of soul drags on the table for killing a curse bearer, you know. I'm well aware. Did you did you get soul drags when you killed Nejma? Of course, his curse stones already contain some soul drags as well. I think killing one more curse bearer will be enough for the rite. You can combine soul drags across several stones. Correct. All it needs is the prerequisite amount. As long as you've got that, it doesn't seem to matter where you've got them from. I see. Then, you won't mind if I took them, right? My lady, you're quite motivated, aren't you? Ma'am? Okay. Uh, your, your father, the chief inspector, I met him not too long ago. Oh, really? Okay, I'm not going to use the curse yet. I need more information. He came off a little stiff and awkward. Ah, that's no surprise. But there was something charming about his seriousness, and he seemed like he cared a lot about his daughter. Please, cut it out. It's gross. He doesn't know a thing about us. Outsiders shouldn't butt into another's family affairs. Though he may as well be a stranger to me now. Even if you cut legal ties, you're still related by blood. Huh? You're not related at all. Huh? He probably thought. And I never noticed it, but it wasn't hard for me to figure out that I wasn't related to them by blood. So you were adopted. Well, I got curious, so I looked into it. It was all pretty straightforward. I was a baby when they took me in, and all they did was raise me. My mother first got pregnant shortly after she married. But it was a stillbirth. The whole affair left a deep wound on her heart. My father couldn't bear to see it. So it was for her sake that I did it. I was a substitute, a replacement for the child she lost. He decided that all by himself. He didn't discuss it. Maybe he thought he was trying to be thoughtful. So any baby would have been fine as long as it could have comforted the woman who hoped to be a mother. Putting it in such a way, it's not easy to raise a child. My mother was bewildered. Wouldn't you be? After being told to raise a baby that wasn't your own? But she couldn't just abandon the baby either. That my father just left everything to my mother and never lent a hand. He's so damn selfish. The two of them grew apart. I watched them try and figure out how to understand each other, and the sight of it disgusted me. It was a messed up family, I tell you. Well, I guess my presence was to blame for that rift to begin with. You shouldn't say that. I know he's bad at expressing himself and has his work, but still, that shouldn't be an excuse. But knowing all that, I couldn't take it anymore. It just made me want to hurry up and leave home and live on my own. I still rely on him for tuition and allowance, but that much is normal for most kids, right? I want him to start acting like he's my father now just because he's doing the minimum. I'm sorry to hear that. Sounds like it was tough for all of you. I'm sorry, you're right, it's not my place to talk about your family. Ah well, I may have said too much. The thing is, spilled out that, but I don't even know what the conditions are. Could it be what we were talking about had something to do with the activation conditions for the haunting clappers? Who knows? Hmm? Okay. can't talk to Victor now. Yeah, we can't go back, so mm, probably shouldn't mention that. Like that seems a little too obvious. How did you kill Fumichika Nijima? And it doesn't look like she smoked, so that would I don't think I think that'll just come off as suspicious. I'm not telling you. I only ask because it does concern me. He was one of the reasons my child was kidnapped. There's not much to say. We talked and he cleared the conditions for my stone. Did he show any signs of remorse over his past crimes? It didn't feel like he did, no. I see. The world is full of trash men, I tell ya. That's... I agree. In a way, I guess you could say you put a stop to Nijima's mass murder schemes. About that. There's no guarantee I won't do it myself. Huh? I picked up his curse stone to one side and read. It really is something else. Unfortunately, I can't use a curse stone that's not mine until it's late at night. Really? Are you okay with telling me that? Ah, how silly of me. I let that slip. What is your wish, Ayame? Is it really to resurrect Katsushika Hokusai? Yes, there's no life that holds more value than his, including my own. You're saying you'd be willing to die if it meant bringing Hokusai back to life. Not all life is equal, at least not to me. A life that can birth art with the power to move hearts is infinitely more worthy. Compared to that, the life of someone like me, who can't produce a thing, has no value. That's unhinged. I'm still young, it's the age for wild thoughts. But, aren't you the same as me? What? You've got a life more important than your own. A life you consider more important than the lives of many others. That's what you're doing it all for, isn't it? You're right. If I can save my son, I couldn't care less about my life or the lives of others. Who's unhinged now? I'm a mother. It is what it is. Dang, the feelings of a proper parent are something else. But if that's your wish, then what do you plan on doing if you don't get your wish? Oh, I haven't thought of it. Okay, I don't think we're getting much information on what her curse is, so yeah. I might just keep on trying to bring Hokusai back some way or some other way. We really are obsessed. You and Hihaku's chairwoman might be cut from the same cloth. Who's that? She's like an all-powerful vortex of obsession turned to yokai-level proportions. You're saying I'll end up like her. Are you looking forward to such a future? I'd rather not have to wait till I'm old and creaking. I want it to happen now. I'll put my life on the line for Hokusai. Listen, Ayame, I have something to ask you. No, the answer is no. The curse stone in your possession. I'm not giving that up. You're right. We're both made of stronger stuff than that. You're not giving it up. And neither am I. You know full well, right? And there's no room left for negotiation here. You're right, there's not. Do you smoke? Huh? Well, a little. Oh, I forgot. This takes place in the 60s, so like everyone smokes. Feel free to smoke if you want to, please. I'm okay. I don't see any ashtrays out on display either. Does no one smoke in this family? A little rare, isn't it? Nobody in my family does. Okay, Victor, sus. Then why did you ask me if I did all of a sudden? Well... Yeah, you're not good at this, are we? Okay, let's try. Ah, did you try to use a curse just now? It seems I didn't meet your curse's condition. I wonder if it's smart to secretly touch the lighter I was carrying earlier. When did? You made a mistake when you decided to ask me about smoking. If a source of fire is the condition for your stone, then you won't see me falling for it now. You wasted a chance with all this chatter. All you needed to do was activate your curse first. I brought everything near to my head on him, including the lighter he was holding. But it's over now. Yes, I concede. Alrighty. With your cards on the table, you're out of options. Let's see what happens if I use curse again. It's pointless, I'm telling you. It might be possible for Mr. Investigator there to pin me down by force. But he's not gonna do that, is he? Correct. I won't take that risk, not while your cursed conditions are unknown. Coward. I came to kill you and acquire your soul dregs, but after hearing you out, I've got a question for you. Why don't you just give up on the right of resurrection? You said it was your son, right? The one you wanted to bring back? But haven't you done enough? I see your son is content knowing you cared for him this much. I'm truly willing to die to resurrect Hokusai, but you can't say the same, right? If you're going to bring your son back, you have to be alive as well, right? In fact, what you really want is for both of you to live, right? Yes. Well, even if you both live to see it, your son would grow up knowing you for who you are, someone who stole the lives of others to bring him back. You would be putting the burden of shouldering all the life sacrifice for him on his little shoulders. Are you really okay with that? If you didn't even think about that, then what you're doing is not for your son. It's for yourself. Aren't you just bringing him back to fulfill your own desires? That's not... Ma'am? What you're saying may be harsh, but holds a kernel of truth. Don't reduce yourself to nothing but a mother who would sacrifice anything for her son. But that's not... You discovered the truth behind his kidnapping. Next, you should take some time to understand your own feelings. I'll help you every step of the way. Getting to the heart of things is what an investigator does. What will you do? Ma'am? If you relinquish the curse stone to a curse bearer, you will no longer be a curse bearer. You won't be a target anymore. I am just giving you a chance. Think hard and then give your answer. Very well. Here. Thanks. Glad you can see reason. Ma'am, you made the right choice. Dang, you really didn't collect any soul facts, huh? I promised myself that if I ever used it, it would be only once. But in the end, it didn't even come down to numbers. So they only need to be carrying a flame? This seems pretty practical. Well, I'll be taking my leave then. There's no point in going after you for a soul track, so I'm off to the next curse bearer. Do you know who remains? You speak as if you've already figured it out. I've got a pretty good idea from our talk. What will you do? Do you plan to stop me? It is not my place to intervene. Alright then. Hey lady, can I borrow your phone? I don't mind, but who are you calling? Huh? The cops. I think it would be faster if I called them directly. Okay. Okay, so as with the last note I tackled, which was in the last stream, there's a bunch of endings that you can get. Okay, you can get a lot more endings in this particular route, but I'm going to save them for later. It'll make sense once I It'll make sense why I'm doing it this way in a bit. Okay, so let's continue on to a different route. So hey, Aksha, don't worry, you get to see a different route other than Holloway's one. So yeah. So this is Yako's route. So yeah. Okay, everything's ready. Okay, together with Yoshimi's fiancée Mayu, Yako and Mio report all they've learned so far to Susumi and the others. Putting all their stories together, they can see their final objective at long last. Yeah. Mr. Susumi, this is Mayu Shozawa. Ah, so you're the one. The Sumida police was looking for you. Glad to see you're alright. I'm sorry, I should have told someone I was okay. I was just so pissed off. Falling right into Hihaku's hands, I got myself into some deep shit. Hihaku seems like they're still up to something. We'll have to make sure they clean up their act, once and for all. Get it? Cause they sell soap? Nice one, boss. You're really on top of your game today. Some trying to make me feel better. I shouldn't have said anything. More importantly, Mayu, thank you for your cooperation with Yoshimi. We'll get to the bottom of it, I promise. Oh, you must be Detective Ariel. I heard a lot about you from Hajime. I'll be counting on you. Catch whoever did this, no matter what. Okay, this time for something a little tricky. So, you see this thing here? This thing screws up a lot of players. It's the second last collectible. Mockingbird number 2. So yeah, this leaves only one left. One more collectible left and then we're done. Yeah, it's really tough to see unless you zoom in. Like, especially if you're playing it really zoomed out, it's literally just like a few pixels on the screen. Alright. What was it? Oh yeah. They've all finished investigating the crime scene and the police have mostly left. But they're letting us use this school as our base of communications as per Inspector Suzumi's request. It feels like we're finally coming up on the moment of truth. I don't know what will happen when we put the talisman together and obtain the Record of Fate's Lin Scroll. I'm not sure why, but I feel fired up. It feels like we're closer to the moment of truth. I think Mio feels the same. Oh, Mr. Susumi? I received a message from Paranormal Affairs earlier. It wasn't from Nakagoshi, but I had someone look into something for me. So even the desk jockeys are lending a hand. It brings a tear to your eye. So, what do they say? Right, about the Onmyoji woman who was in Edo at the time of the Honto incident. She was a great person of great beauty and discerning taste, but also shamelessly did whatever she wanted. It seemed to match the person seen in the resentful memory for the foot washing mansion. So she must be the one who fought with Seaman over the right. And they found that her name was Asino. Asino, what else? That's all. That's not much help. Oh, but apparently she was quite the powerful Unmyoji, and she died bearing a similarly powerful resentment. It's possible that she became a vengeful spirit with a connection to the 7 mysteries. A vengeful spirit. If any descendants of Asino or people otherwise closely aligned with her live today, there's a possibility that the spirit awakened and possessed them. Yeah, you mentioned before the spirits can possess people who are closely in sync with them. Though of course, this doesn't mean the spirit houses her complete personality. Her resentment and her spirit power, those are the parts of her that would have the strongest influence. Since Seaman's descendants are still around in the present, it wouldn't be surprising if Arsenals were too. It might just be desk jockeys, but they wouldn't give us this info if it was only speculation. They must have found some amount of evidence looking into abnormal phenomena or some things like that. Oh, the Feast of Shadows. That is our abnormal phenomenon. Neil, what do you mean? The person who initiated the curse this time, who we've been calling the mastermind. They might be possessed by the vengeful spirit of the Omioji called Asino, the enemy of Salem. Do we have any idea where they could be or where to find them? Like, if you looked at them, Rio, would you be able to tell right away? It's like how I didn't realize that Meteor had fused with your consciousness, Yako. Common spirits will leak spirit energy left and right, so I can notice them just by looking carefully. But when a spirit of a higher caliber is fused with someone's consciousness, detecting them isn't so simple. Oh, I'm sorry, my skills still need a lot of work, and I don't have anything else to offer. Rio, that's not true at all. You're fine. We'll make this work somehow or other. Thanks. Basically, I believe the mastermind behind everything is this woman possessed by the spiritual spirit of the Onmyoji Asino. I see. Is this mastermind also the one who killed Hajime trying to get the Record of Fate Shin scroll? Yes, I think it's very likely. So that's how it is, huh? Then I want you to catch them no matter what. Yeah, I just remembered I haven't read the new Chainsaw Man chapter. Is there a new chapter today? I don't remember. I'll go check after the stream. Maya rushed to Hitomi's place and back for us. She's been trying to appear calm, but I'm sure she must still be in shock. It feels like we're finally coming up on the moment of truth. I don't know what will happen when we put the talismans together and obtain the Record of Fate Shin scroll. Oh, Mayu, did you meet with Hitomi? Yeah, I met her on the spot, I was told. She was acting tough, but I think the incident with Hajime has her really shaken up. I briefly explained our situation and had her give Hajime's talisman to me. Yeah, this is what you're looking for, right? Yes, I believe that's it. Thank you so much. Mr. Susumi, about this. Right, you should hold on to it, Mio. Not like we could use it as it is. Try to figure out what we'll need to do once we get both halves together. Understood. I'll see what I can do. Do you know where the other talisman is? Yes, probably. This is Hajime's last job. Finish it for him, okay? We will. I guess this is the end of his family line too, huh? All the people who inherited that talisman before him are already gone. Let's see. Okay, let's respect you first. I bet he's making jokes and stuff at a time like this because he doesn't want to stress us out. I wonder if he's able to stay so calm because of experience or if he's just that kind of person. Detective Ariel was nice enough to get us something to drink earlier. Seeing a detective take time for little things like that helps put my mind at ease a little. Come to think of it, did old man Asimiya end up getting away? The word's already out, huh? He was cornered but managed to take a hostage and escape, is what I heard on the radio. What happened after that? So they're already reporting. Here's what really happened. He was killed? And the hostage was Susumi's daughter whose whereabouts is still unknown? Yep, his daughter showing up was a huge surprise. Even Boss couldn't believe it. Damn it, what the hell do you expect? No one could have seen that coming. Okay. Are the numbers calling me? Go away. So there's already an emergency. Okay, what? Okay, someone's calling me from Los Angeles? Okay. So there's already an emergency search underway for her as a key witness and suspect. I will be joining the search for her after we're done here. Key witness and suspect? But wasn't she a hostage? Could she have killed Nejima and fled the scene? Well, it's just a possibility. If we're talking possibility, might as well tell them everything. It's very likely that Nijima was killed by a curse stone. What? By a curse bearer? Oh, it's already evening, so the effect of the Priest of Shadows would be starting to return. Yeah, which makes it likely that a curse was used to kill him. But, Ross, you're repeating yourself. Try to calm down for a sec. And that would mean the Inspector's daughter is probably a curse bearer, right? Huh? Did you say something? Maybe I'm losing my hearing in my old age. Ross, you can hear just fine. Don't play the old man card every time you want to get out of something. We even, we even talked about how she might have the Taiko Sugaru if that's the case. Did we? My memory's a little hazy. You've got a soft spot for your daughter, don't you, Inspector? Ugh. It just hits a little too close to home now. But either way, we'll have to find her as soon as possible. That's why we'll be joining the search as soon as we're done here. One more thing, there's a good chance that his daughter has Michio Shiwaishi's talisman. All the more reason for you to get back to that search. Best of luck. What the hell's she gotten herself into? Okay. I heard you had a curse stone too. Yeah, I should give it to you then, right? Those things really are a pain in the ass. I'm gladly handing it over to you before it starts giving me any crazy ideas. So this is the beckoning light, huh? Alright is safe and sound with me. Sorry you won't be able to bring him back. Don't worry about it, he and I were always prepared for the worst anyway. What the? What's wrong? Damn. The trigger for the beckoning light's curse is some serious shit. Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I said it could give me weird ideas. See what I mean now? How's it work? I'll leave you a note so you can read later. We have more important things to worry about now. Okay, I want to check to make sure that what I remember of it is correct. Kills my meaning of the curse. One who has become a curse bearer. Right. Mr. Suzumi, does that make it 5 curse stones that you've gathered now? Certainly, I want to get the other 4 under wraps as soon as we can. Let's see, I have no idea about the Whispering Canal. Someone made off with the one-sided reed which Nejima had. Yeah, damn same. After that, you said earlier that the Taiko Sugaru might be with your daughter, Inspector. Well, let's set that one aside for now. So we can assume that curse bearers are still prowling around with those ones. What a headache. Hopefully we can find them soon. Now, is that everything we needed to chat about? If you don't need anything else, we'll be going back to the search. Actually, there actually is one thing. Oh, what's that? Just completely hypothetically. What if the Inspector's daughter was the mastermind? I mean, she's a woman? It seems like she was after the talisman? Huh? Sorry, don't really understand what you mean. Boss, come on, we got to look at the facts. But that would mean Inspector Shizumi would also have to be one of Ashino's daughter's descendants. Oh right, you're just a normal person, right, Inspector? That's why you're so resistant to the paranormal. Don't believe I've ever heard anything about being related to some old Ryoji. Oh, what? Well, if you put it like that, her being the mastermind, it's possible. Really? I say possible, but I mean unlikely, is what I want to think. Damn it, I don't even want to imagine it. Boss, if I'm going to consider it, we have to do it properly. No dragging your heels about it. No, it's not that. It's something I never told her, never wanted to tell her. The truth is, she's not my real daughter. What? 20 years ago, well, it's a long story, but we took her in when she was just a baby. Do you know anything about her birth parents? You could say I do, I guess, but really I don't know anything. What's that supposed to mean? I don't get it. Ariel? You heard what I said, didn't you? Just now? About 20 years ago? No, boss, that can't be. Nejima's? That's right. When we arrested Fumishika Nejima, there was a baby at his house on the brink of death. That was my daughter, Ayame Susumi. She goes by Ayame Tono now. What? Someone had to take care of her. The baby holds no blame for the circumstances she came with. But, boss, according to Nejima, that baby is his former lover reincarnated using black magic. What? Personally, I think that story is bullshit. According to Nejima, blah 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 blah. My goodness. It's hard to believe from Nejima's behavior, but could it really be true? I've got a few doubts. You have to question whether that Shino woman ever existed in the first place. Let me check something. Shino and Asino. There are no records of her and no body was found. Her name never came up once during the investigation. Even if the woman really existed, I'm skeptical that someone could be reincarnated as a baby through black magic. I agree, no matter how you look at it, a spell with that effect is hard to believe. Even the supernatural has rules that must be followed. Seems more likely he's deluded himself, not wanting to recognize that the spell he risked his life on failed to work. That's my thinking too. A more natural conclusion is that the baby is his and Shino's and that she died in childbirth. As long as we don't know Shino's origins, we have to consider the possibility that she could be a descendant of Asano. If nothing else, our names are pretty similar. Okay, assuming all of that is true for a moment, Ayame getting taken away by Nejima and then killing him. That would mean that she killed her own father. Calm down, this is all just still conjecture. But now that Nejima is dead, we have no means to investigate. So regardless of everything, there's only one thing that matters. She's my daughter. As a parent, I'm responsible for her. Nothing can change that. I understand. Alright, we should get back to the search. We'll find her and clear all of this. Yes, sir. The talisman you young ladies are looking for has something to do with this as well. I'd appreciate it if you could help us find it. So if anything happens, please call the police. We will. I'm worried about Hitomi, so I'm going to head to where she is. I'll be waiting to hear some good news from all of you. Conclusion. Okay, so the last route is going to be Tatsuo's one. Let me take a look. Yeah, we don't have to worry about Yako's route anymore. So yeah. We still need to go back to these two to get their endings. Hang on, I have to go pee. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so it's time for the conclusion. Actually, after this, I can start tackling all the other endings. Yeah, yeah, I think that's probably the most appropriate. Susumi and Ariel continue their investigation, deciding to meet with Ayame Tono to get to the bottom of it all. What will be the conclusion to the curses of the seven mysteries of Honjo and to Seaman and Asino's intertwined fates? Hmm. Actually, let's just continue on. I'll see. We are going to tackle the ending eventually in this stream, so it doesn't matter when I do it. 6 p.m. Yeah, it's a good thing I started up the stream early. Yeah, this is Sumida River. Hey, how long has it been since we saw each other? 3 years? How have you been? I think the last time when you came to see me was when you came to see me after deciding to go to university. That wasn't because I wanted to see you. I just needed money to pay my tuition. Huh, not one to mince words, eh? You came alone, right? Yeah, it's just me. Make it sound like I'm heading over ransom money for hostages. I just don't want to get caught, okay? Never thought I'd see the day that you called the police. There's something I needed to see you about. Well, alright then. We've got a lot to talk about, so let's go through them things one by one. Okay, let's look around. The sun is starting to dip down into the horizon. This long, long day is about to end. You don't have to worry about Nejima's fat anymore, but I sure didn't expect this to happen. Okay, let's see what the... Huh? What's that? Did something just move over there? Ugh, what the hell are those idiots doing? I told them not to come, damn it. Shit, I don't wanna know what will happen if they get found out. Whatever I do, I gotta keep from looking over there. Well, there's a checkmark, so I don't have to keep looking there. She called the police asking me to come for my name and demanded that I come meet her here alone. They asked if I wanted to set up a team to set up a perimeter, but I had them stand down. So she might make a run for it, but I don't want her panicking if she has a curse stone. Besides, I'm not trying to take her in by force. Also smart because she has the one-sided read, whatever it does. She sure has changed over the past 3 years. She's got more of a grown-up air about her. Hard to believe she's that same little girl who would get omelette all over her face when we took her out to eat. Wait a minute, is that how far back I have to go for a happy memory together? No wonder she hates me. I'm sorry I couldn't save you from Nejima. Are you hurt? Wow, I didn't expect that from you. Huh? I thought you'd just start questioning me before you bothered to ask how I'm doing. Ah, well, I'm still your father. Ooh, maybe boss can handle this after all. I'm fine, I managed to get away somehow or other. Right, I'm glad. I don't think many people have actually seen that line of dialogue since a lot of people actually do immediately ask about these other things. In fact, the first time I played it, I didn't ask about this immediately. How is she? Yasuko, I mean. Actually, like, if that... Actually, because, yeah, she'll say something different if you click on any of the other ones and then click on that. Yasuko, I mean. Huh? I haven't yet kept in touch with her. I've been on my own this whole time. I'm sure you've reached out to her, though, haven't you? I did call her this morning, actually, just to make sure she was safe. She's been running around all over the place looking for you. Sounds like she's fine to me. Did you contact her after I called the police to tell her you'd heard from me? I did not. Well, I've heard you're into nightlife and would stay out these days. You don't want her to worry more than she already was. You don't want to talk. Can I ask you one thing? Do you know anything about the talisman Michio Shiraishi had? Michio Shiraishi, from the car crash you were in with that Namigaki guy. Oh, with Yutaro? Yeah, it was there. Yutaro? That sounds like. So you and him were, not really. He's kind of a boring guy. What, you're serious? But he said, you're getting off track, Mr. Susumi. The talisman. Get back to the talisman. You shouldn't have relied on him for that. Well, if you don't plan on seeing him again, it doesn't matter, but with the hit-and-run case on top of everything, you're really in deep. Is that really what you wanted to talk about? Yeah, no. Tell me about the talisman. Did you take it from the scene? You mean this? That's it. I picked it up at the scene of the crash. I didn't want to leave fingerprints behind. That's all? There's really no other reason. What's the big deal? Is it really that special, this whole thing? Yeah, it's real important. Would you mind giving it to me? Important? For what? We're putting a stop to the curses of the 7 mysteries. Oh, so that means if I give you the talismans, I won't be able to use the vine? Then no way, I'm definitely keeping it. I screwed that one up. Mr. Susumi, you really can't do any better than that? Come on, the talisman. Will you give me the talisman? What? No way, I can't lose the right. You have a curse stone, don't you? I do. You wouldn't happen to feel like handing it over, would you? The police will handle any damages the curse caused. Now, before you do any more wrong with it, I'm not giving it up. Of course not. Me being a curse bearer, are you after my life? That's exactly what I'm here for. I didn't come to chat. We can talk all you want, but as soon as the condition for my curse is met, I'll use it, no hesitation. Or do you have more than one? How many curse stones do you have? 3, not that it matters. 3, huh? Yeah, that checks out. I'm not handing them over. Let's talk about Nejima. And I'll put this bluntly. Did you kill Nejima? And if I did, would you hide me from the police? Ugh. Well, I don't know if I... That's what I thought. Your job is the only thing you really cared about. Yes, I did it. You... I didn't think he even knew I was a curse bearer. He brought me to those gardens and I realized while he was talking to me that he fulfilled the conditions of my curse, so I just gave it a shot. I didn't think it would actually activate. So there's no going back now. That's not true, you can still make things right before you make them worse. Then let me say it another way. This is my chance, and I won't throw it away. Your chance? Did Nejima say anything to you? He said a lot of bad things about you. That's for sure. Yeah, not surprised there. So I said a lot of bad things about you back. I didn't want to be outdone. Okay, that's not funny. Horse. In that sense, I felt just a little like he was my kindred spirit. No, kindred spirit? What are you talking about? He's a dangerous criminal. But I'm a murderer now too, aren't I? Maybe we're not so different. After all, if you kill a killer, there'll still be a killer, so you just have to kill a lot more. Ugh. No, you're different. Am I? Well, maybe not that different. And at least you're honest. I know I haven't been the best father. Understatement of the century. But I wonder, of all the fathers in the world, are there any who wouldn't cover for their child if they committed a crime? How should I know? You're the detective here. You must have seen plenty of cases like that. Yeah, plenty of parents take the fall for their children or give them a place to hide. As a person, it's wrong, but maybe as a parent, it's the right thing to do. I don't know. I think having a father like that would make it easier to go to him for advice if I did do something wrong. Maybe there's a sense of security in knowing that no matter what happened, you'd have at least one person on your side. I see. So that's what it would take to be on your side. I can't do that. That's okay. I wasn't expecting you to. So Nishima really didn't tell you anything? Not really, no. Okay. Why are you willing to go so far for the right of resurrection? What do you want with it? Even if I told you, you wouldn't understand. You just call it stupid and dismiss the idea completely. Come on, I wouldn't do that. Maybe together we can think of a way for you to get what you want without resurrection. I want to bring Katsushika Hokusai back to life. Hokusai? What Hokusai? The Yukio artist? That Hokusai? You want to bring him back to life? That'd be quite a feat, huh? That's you. I heard you like his art, but why would you do something so stupid? See? The only time I ever felt there was a place I belonged was when I was immersed in the dreamlike world of Yuki-Oe. So I'm sure you've never noticed. Really? I had no idea. It saved me. Hokusai is the reason I'm still alive today. I didn't know you felt so hopeless. You would only realize it now, but it's too late. Feeling sorry won't do either of us any good. From the moment I heard of the fight of resurrection, I knew that it was my dad's destiny. If this is all I ever accomplish, I'll die happy. I'm really serious about this. I think I've let you talk enough. Mind letting me have a turn? By all means. You're hiding something. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? Well, sure, you can't live as long as I have without a secret or two. Of course you're trying to dodge the question. Now then, let me tell you how my curse stone in the Taiko Suguru works. What? My curse bludgeons to death anyone I find out is hiding something from me. So if you try to cover something up that I know is true, I'll be able to use my curse on you. With that in mind, can I ask you one more thing? Okay, let's actually check something. Why is you mislead the curse value with false statements? Okay, this isn't updated yet. Ah, I get it. Why you wanted to see me? Then let me tell you one thing first. The Evergreen Beach has a similar condition. I can use my curse on anyone who tells me a lie. What? How is that fair? And you'd use that curse on me? As an officer of the law, it's inexcusable, but as a parent with a duty to his child, I have no other choice. Are you threatening me? Do you really think that's enough to convince me as you say? I don't want to use it either, but for your sake, I suggest you try not to lie. Go ahead then. If I lie, then so be it. Okay, I'm going to ask. If you try to hide it now, you really will die. Am I your real daughter? I'm just a baby you picked up to replace a stillborn, aren't I? And you could never bring yourself to tell me who my real parents are, so you just kept hiding it. Still too much of a coward to tell me, huh? You don't like the truth, so you won't admit it. That my parents is the man. My real parent is the man I was just with. Ayame! Is that all you have to say? Then I have only one answer for you. You are, honestly and truly, our daughter. Nothing more, nothing less. Even now, you're still trying to hide it. Why? Are you really that stupid? Ah! Ah! Boss! Boss! Why? Is your pride worth dying for? Ah, 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 ah. I should have known. Why? Why go this far to hide it? Ayame, listen. Huh? Yeah. How? Ayame, we found, no matter what happens, you are our precious daughter. No way. How are you still alive? I don't know what that piece of shit Nejima filled your head with, but you're not Sino. And you're not Asino either. You're our daughter, Ayame Susumi. Right, I guess it's Tono now. Well, that's fine too. Susumi, Tono, both will always be a part of who you are. What? Why are you doing this? It's not true. The curse proves it's not. Sure, you probably don't have many memories of us playing together. And I did leave everything at home to your mom, and I was barely even there for you. Even so, when I was working, no matter how grisly a crime scene I was at, all I ever wanted was for you to grow up and happy. That's it. Why? Why say all of this now? So do one last thing for me. I want you to tell me the truth, too. If you lie to me now, I'm taking you with me. Stop! I can't. The mastermind behind all this. The one who awakened the curses of the 7 mysteries in order to use the right. Wasn't you, was it? No. I wouldn't even know how to do that. And picking up Michio Shiraichi's talisman was just coincidence, right? Huh? Yeah, I already told you that. Ah, good. Hearing that, I can rest easy. You're nothing like Nejima. You can stand on your own 2 legs. You can keep living without escaping into a fantasy. You can hate me. You can dream all the crazy dreams you want. Just don't ever stop trying to do good. You're a victim of your curse, too. It's not too late to atone for the hit and run, for using the curse. Don't run away. You can still make things right. I know you can, because you're my daughter. And after that, just live the best life that you can. Dad! Boss! That day at 6:18 p.m., Ayame Tono was taken into custody. Tetsuo Susumi's death was confirmed at the same time. The 5 souls possessed by Susumi, as well as the 3 given up by Ayame, lost their curse bearers. This temporarily extinguished their spirit power, allowing Mio Kurosuzu to obtain them and seal them away without difficulties. The Yin talisman possessed by Ayame Tono was recovered and entrusted to Mio Kurosuzu as well. Thus, any massacre that could potentially be caused by this iteration of curses was prevented before it could ever happen. Or so it seemed. Kills by blushing one who is discovered to be hiding something from the curse bearer, so it is slightly different from the one Tetsuo has. Next. Kills by dismemberment one whose face, address, name, age, occupation, and location are known by the curse bearer. Okay, this is really specific. But yeah, once you know that, it's like you can easily trigger it. So depending on what you know, this could be dangerous. Okay, I say that one is the most Death Note like curse. Sorry for keeping you up so late, Mio. I can't take my mind off the curse bearer who was never found. No, it's no problem for me. I usually work at night anyway. Did you see Yako home safely? Yep, we sent home in the patrol car earlier. Apparently she put up quite a fuss, saying she wanted to see things through to the end. Thank you, the Feast of Shadows was starting to take effect, so it would have been dangerous. Okay, return to the park at night, so there should be one somewhere. Ah, there it is. Mockingbird number 20. What's it called then? Budgie Mary. Okay. 8 p.m. With no one around, this place is silent as the grave. No one wants to go out at night in these parts after everything that has happened over the past 2 days. Oh! Huh? What's wrong? Next is Detective Ariel? What? Ah. I can't get my mind off the remaining curse though, the Whispering Canal and who the mastermind is. But we have to deal with that thing before I can worry about any of that. How's it going with the two talismans? Have you figured out the location of the Record of Fate the Inn scrolls? I have, more or less. When I combined the content of the two talismans, they formed a shield which could be undone. Things inside the talisman that looked like scraps of wood were actually a tiny scroll cap folded up by the seal. You would have thought the talisman should actually contain the scrolls itself. So that's the yin scroll, then. What's it say? Well, there's one more seal we have to undo to open the scroll. It's giving me some trouble, so I was actually hoping you could help me out. Okay, unlocking the seal. Got it. Sure thing. I don't know what I'll be able to do, but let me at it. Wow, I didn't expect you to be so eager to help. It's oddly reassuring. Okay, let's see. There are 5 seals holding the scroll shut. I think we have to remove them in the correct order. Each seal has a different design: a carp, a light, a beech leaf, a taiko drum, and a reed. Remove the 5 seals in order. Okay. If we get it wrong, is it going to, go boom? Huh? No, we'll just have to try it again. I tested it once already. Oh, you already tried it yourself? So brave. I think it's devised so the seal can only be undone if the curses for the rite of resurrection have been unleashed. I think there's a hint to open it hidden in something related to the curses. Just let me know when you're ready. Yes, it makes sense for such an important document to be sealed so tight. It might help to talk things over with Rio if I get stuck. Okay, yeah. Okay, give me a moment, I have to check on. Okay, I'm back. Wait, what's that? Hang on, let me check just in case. I didn't want. Because I was actually on the phone just now. One. Because I was actually on the phone just now. One. Because I was actually on the phone just now. One. Because. Okay. I'll check back in the stream later. Okay, 1 hour 15 minutes. Okay, so what is it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's remove the seals. Remove the seals in the correct order. Okay, for this you have to We have a carp seal, the light seal, beach lake seal, taiko drum, and reed seal. So yeah, you are going to want to. So yeah, the clues are going to be with these curse stones. Okay, let me try and memorize these ones. Okay. Okay, so we have the overpowered one, the first one, and the ones related to Sumi, or Nejima in this case. Whispering Canal. Okay, so you might be wondering what these stories are for. Well, these actually are the clues that you need to figure out how to solve this mystery. So, fortunately, I already know what the story is. So let's do this. At least I think I do. Okay, okay, it's kind of a vague memory though, so I do have to look through these again just to check it out. Oh, just one-sided read. Yeah, you'll start noticing like, wait a minute, I, I swear these all seem connected. That's because all of them are connected in some way. Also, um, also you can read all these on your own time if you get the game yourself, which I've been telling you all. So yeah, I'm not going to actually read all of them because then I'll be here for a while. And finally, the beckoning light. Okay, so what we need is Tycho, Beach Leaf, Reed, Carp, and Light. Okay, yep. Wow, you got it right, it's open. Getting it on the first try, that's amazing. You're a real pro. Nothing to it, really. Told you could leave it to me. Now I can finally read what's inside. Let's see. It is said that Seiman Tsuchimikado, the author of the Record of Fates, wrote the Yen because he feared that the descendants of those involved in the Honjo incident might become cursed and used in the collection of soul drags for the rite of resurrection. The existence of the Yen was indicated in a postscript added to the Record of Fates, but its whereabouts are currently unknown. It is believed to have been inherited by a descendant of Seiman. The text has been preserved in the form of two talismans held by Hajime Yoshimi and Michio Shiraishi. It contains a full account of the Honjo incident, and the following is written in Seiman's hand. This is a story that takes place in the late Edo period. There was once a family that lived in a roof house in Honjo. The family consisted of a Natsuke craftsman named Jinkichi, his wife Koma, and their daughter Toki. They enjoyed a poor but happy existence. One day they took in a man by the name of Black, who claimed to be a Shomochi. He was on the run, having barely escaped with his life from something or another, and wound up in Honjo. The tough circumstances had left him sick and destitute. Jinkichi felt sorry for the man and decided to shelter him. The stranger was deeply grateful for the kindness and care of Jinkichi's family, as he thought that he would have surely died, and told them thusly on the day of my departure, "I want to give you my thanks, but unfortunately I have nothing of value." He paused, then asked, "Is there anyone you want to bring back to life?" Turned out the man's true name was Mikado Seiman, a descendant of renowned Onmyoji, and he had been researching the fabled rite of resurrection. While his crime in unearthing this forbidden rite, he was chased out by his family. but he wrote down everything about those spells in a book he named the Record of Fates while on the run. Whoever sought to perform the rite would need to kill people to get and gather their soul drags. Simon had only researched the rite out of spirit of inquiry, and thought himself willing to use the rite if it was for the sake of the Shinkichi family. However, Shinkichi shook his head. Sacrificing someone is unthinkable. We didn't help you because we wanted something in return, so you owe us nothing, he said, declaring the unbelievable offer. Simon bowed his word in gratitude countless times at those words and left the house. In the same area, there lived an ukiyo-e artist known as Old Man Kenzo. His art didn't sell much, but he often looked after Toki while Shinkichi and Koma were out working. Young Toki heard Simon's talk about the rite of resurrection, but being too young to comprehend it, regaled it to Old Man Kancho as a work of fiction. Old Man Kancho, inspired by the story, filled with renewed vigor, put his heart and soul into his next painting. The piece, centered around the theme of resurrection, became an instant hit in town. Shinkichi, being a shrewd businessman, saw an opportunity and jumped on the bandwagon by carving Netscape connected to Old Man Kancho's ukiyo-e. He made up stories about his Netscape, telling the people that their blessings were connected to resurrection, and his business rapidly flourished. That man unknowingly left us a wonderful gift, thought Shinkichi and his family, but they were unaware of the tragedy that would soon unfold. Before long, the word of Old Man Kancho's wonderful ukiyo-e reached the ears of the local daimyo, and he was summoned to the lord's residence. What awaited him was not praise but cruel torture at the hands of Asino, a female Onmyoji who was in pursuit of Seimon. It was her who pressured Seimon into researching the rite of resurrection, which he secretly planned to use to preserve her beauty for all eternity. Asino took advantage of the fact that the daimyo's heart was weak and frail following the loss of his family, and manipulated him to capturing Old Man Kancho, the source of the recent rumors about resurrection. Tell me where you heard the rite of resurrection, Asino demanded. As the brutal beating continued, it was said that the eerie sound of the beatings rang out like the beating of the taiko drum, night after night, reaching even the watchtower of the Sukabo residence. In the end, Asino's cruel torture secured her the information on Shinkichi's family and existence of the Record of Fates. The daimyo sent his chief retainer to capture, bring in Shinkichi, and the torture resumed afresh with the new capture. This time, she intended to obtain the whereabouts of Seimon and the location of the Record of Fates. Shinkichi didn't know where Seimon went, but even if he did, he had no intention of telling and stubbornly kept his mouth shut. The torture was pushed too far, and Shinkichi was unintentionally killed before he spoke a word. The daimyo had Shinkichi's corpse hanging from a beech tree and declared that, unable to bear the guilt of the crime of deceiving the masses with false rumors of resurrection, Shinkichi committed suicide. This too was all a part of Asino's plan to send a message for the common folk, especially the increasing number of those who sought out the right for themselves. The news of one Shinkichi spread, and people lost interest in the rite, but wondering the stories of resurrections were all but a lie. While rumors of the daimyo's words were perhaps not all that truthful, spread quickly when a dancer claimed to have witnessed the chief retainer's cold-blooded handiwork firsthand, and the honcho fell into unrest once more. The chief retainer arrested the girl and proposed a deal to put an end to the rumor. The girl was to say that she wanted attention, and retract the story by saying it was entirely made up. In exchange, she would be given a most wondrous stage to perform on, but when the day came, she was suffocated by the mask prepared for her performance. Unbeknownst to her, the mask had been covered in glue and was part of the plan to kill and silence her. Koma never believed for a moment that her husband, Shinkichi, had committed suicide. She was certain someone was behind her death, and asked around persistently for the names, addresses, and other information she could find on people with connection to the daimyo. The chief retainer would not allow things to escalate any further and had Tomezo, a Ronin who once served as a spy, go after her. However, she turned the table on him, shouting, "It was you who killed my husband, wasn't it?" Confronted with the accusation, Tomezo flew into a blind rage and cut Koma down in broad daylight. Ordered to take responsibility for his failure by committing seppuku, he exposed the daimyo's plot as he disemboweled himself by the lantern of the soba cart used to give coded signals. With both her parents gone through means unbeknownst to her, Doki found herself to be all alone. One day, late at night, she went searching for her parents and met her doom, falling into a canal where she drowned. Meanwhile, the chief retainer had made no headway whatsoever in finding Saber's whereabouts, and an incensed Arsenal decided to set fire to his residence, burning him alive. In truth, all those connected to these events thus far were cursed by Arsenal so that their souls would turn into soul drags. Upon death, which she had been collecting, all she needed to perform the rite now was to get her hands on the record of fate. Sensing that there was something serious at work behind the recent string of strange events in Honcho, Simon returned to find it was too late. He broke down in tears when he learned of the unfortunate and unnatural deaths Chichi's family had met. Simon realized it was the handiwork of Arsenal when he found that soul drags had been collected, and decided he had to prevent any further sacrifices from happening by confronting her on Honji Bridge. What ensued was a fierce battle with spells that endured till the break of dawn. Those who did not know any better only saw what they believed to be eerie flashes and supernatural orbs of light. At the end of the long battles, Arsenal defeated Simon and obtained the record of fate. When he had placed a curse upon her foot, Arsenal dragged her foot, corrupted and horribly inflamed, and sought refuge at the nearby residence of a retainer and angrily demanded they wash her foot. Arsenal died there, filled with agony and the foot cursed and rotten. Simon too, having sustained serious wounds during that fight, died that day on Kuronji Bridge, still filled with regret. However, Simon came back to life, knowing that there would be enough soul drags in place during the confrontation. He had prepared a spell that would activate the rite of resurrection upon his passing. Feeling that his curiosity was responsible for the terrible tragedy that had unfolded, he was left with a keen sense of why the rite of resurrection was forbidden and became determined to seal it away. Indeed, the reason he resurrected himself was for that very purpose. However, he did not know what became of the record of fate. With nothing sealed away, he instead used the remaining soul drags to turn none of the netscapes made by Jinkichi into ritual implements to be sealed away in Hanzo. He placed a spell that should someone try to activate the rite of resurrection again, all 9 will awaken at once, and to pass the whole proof of these events to future generations. He wrote everything down in his record of fate in school and passed it down to his descendants. Meanwhile, the townspeople kept silent about these incidents out of fear of being cursed. However, these occurrences were so strange that gossip about it couldn't be contained. Over time, the details became more and more vague as the stories grew into legends, and that is how they came to be called the 7 Mysteries of Hanzo. Okay, so now with all that we know, we can start looking at this in a different light. So let's look at this. Leave it behind. So yeah, this is the Whispering Canal. So you remember that conversation at the beginning of the game where they talk about how this meant to leave someone behind? Well, it's actually referring to her and not actually the story written here. So yeah. Next we have Fool's Possession. It is about Lion. So yeah. But this one, killed by Fatal Fall. So actually I think in my channel I might actually do a video based on the relationship between the current characters and the curses they got. So yeah, this might be something I want to do just as a something to occupy my mind between now and my NS. So yeah, because each of them actually has something somewhat related to it, because the curses themselves have something to do with the people who got the curse. I see. What does it say? First is a detailed account of the tragedy surrounding the rite of resurrection that occurred in Hanzo back in the Edo period. The whole story of what we call the Hanzo incident is laid out clearly. That incident was the origin of the 7 mysteries of Hanzo and their curses, right? Yes, the resentment of the victims of the incident turned into curses, which are the victims, which are the curse echoes. The contents are organized like an answer sheet, so it doesn't just give us the information we need. Ah, is there anything else? Yes, here's what we've been looking for. I bequeath this scroll to future generations to be used in the event that calamities should arise from this grievous incident, it says. Whoa, he foresaw all of this happening. And it continues. Those who seek to forestall disasters must gather these three items in one place to cast my rite of cleansing and expel all rituals and curses in full. My soul that is my curse echo, my body that is a living continuation of my bloodline, my mind that is my own consciousness. So if we gather these three things in one place, Shaman's rite of cleansing will activate and completely negate the curses and the rite of resurrection. Oh, that's it. That's exactly what we need. The three things are Shaman's soul, body, and mind. It says the soul is Shaman's curse echo. Its curse echo, so Shaman himself is part of the seven mysteries. Now that you mention it, Mr. Hawaii said something along those lines before. There's another hint written here. The curse echo holds my curse. The curse brings ruin to curse bearers. What kind of hint is that? It will make more sense as we keep looking. Or will the curse echo still appear if the curse bearer is already gone? Next, the body is a descendant of Shaman's, it seems. Wasn't Yoshimi a relative of Shaman? He and Mitsushi Aishi who had the other talisman. Both of them had already passed away by the time this iteration of the curses was unleashed. Damn, that's true. What are we going to do? His bloodline was so split up. There have to be others. Oh, there's another note here too. Where? Is it another hint? As for body, she not one who bears, not only one who bears my blood, but one with strong spirit sense. Such an individual will be able, if a spirit attempts to possess them, to instead take control of that spirit themselves. So it says, we don't have anyone like that. I can't think of anyone. Let's move on for now. Someone with strong spirit sense. Now that I think about it, there are only two people we know that have strong spirit sense. Mio actually mentioned someone with particularly strong spirit sense. Next is the mind. What's the difference between the mind and the soul? In paranormal theory, it is said that humans are made up of soul, body, and mind. The mind is essentially thought to be part of the spirit that makes up one's consciousness or oneself. It's like driving. The body is the car, the soul is the control system, and the mind is the driver. I see. I think that makes sense. So there's a hint for finding this one too. Well, let's see. As this, should the rite of resurrection be activated elsewhere, so too shall my mind be awakened there. Shaman tried to seal away the rite of resurrection, but before he could, Asino stole the record of fate. So as a countermeasure to the rite being activated, he made it so that his mind would be released from the seal. Okay, but what does that actually mean? What it means is, Shaman's mind awoke the night the rite was activated and must be possessing someone out there right now. What? So we have to get that person together with everything else. Alright, so we have to find the curse echo, the descendant, and the person possessed by Shaman. Then we just have to get them together in one place and we'll be good to go? Right, but there is one thing. The second and third could both be the same person. Oh, but who could that be? If it's like how Misho lost her memories when she was possessing Yako, Shaman's consciousness might not be aware of who it really is. So if he learned the truth, would he start to act on his own accord? Oh, then that person could already be... Oh, hold on a second. Someone's coming this way. Huh? Excuse me, can I interrupt for just a moment? Who might you be? Would you buy this empty can of juice I just finished drinking for 10,000 yen? Come on, it has my spit in it. You look like you'd be interested in it. No. What kind of man do you think I am? Oh, sorry. I just got that vibe from you. Huh? I'll even throw in these bones from some fried chicken. You can't beat a deal like this. I don't really want them. Don't say that. Come on, they're delicious. Actually, I thought I might have a picnic right here. Would you join me? Sorry, I don't understand. What should we do? Well, it's not like we need this exact spot and we can't do anything with other people around. Let's just move somewhere else. I'm sorry, we're in the middle of something, so we'll just be on our way. No, don't. Uh, uh, it hurts. This is a curse. Well, we got one right ending. Okay, so yeah, you guys should be able to piece together what we need to do now. So yeah, now I'm trying to debate whether to get the true ending now or do other stuff first. I think I'll get the other endings now. You have my heartfelt thanks for all your hard work thus far. Oh hey, you haven't seen me in a while. You missed doing the Moriarty voice, don't you? Actually, you probably would have gotten me if you had completed the other endings first. You have my heartfelt thanks for all your hard work thus far. This reaches the end of brings the story of the 7 mysteries of Hanjo to a close. Who could have foreseen such a conclusion? Unfortunately, it seems the so-called mastermind was one step ahead of you. She remains hidden, leaving behind no evidence. Perhaps there is truly no way to stop her. However, should you find that this conclusion is not to your liking, then by all means, please pursue a different path. You haven't done it once before, so I'm sure you already know how. With that, I shall be taking my leave. I've been your humble storyteller. Good night. Okay, that ending sucks. Let's get a different one. After conversation. So this is the first ending I'd like to do. So what we did was inspect her, and that allowed for us to proceed. Now, instead of doing that, let's by talking. Oh, alrighty then. Huh? I'll slit your throat, you little shit. What? Snap back on stood. Wait, stop, don't actually shoot, you idiot. See you around, dumb fox. Shit, he jumped. Damn it, after him, don't let him get away. So basically, if you don't inspect her, he immediately tries to escape. Makes due to all boroughs. Suspect evaded officers at Komagata Bridge and fled, and currently remains at large. The time in which he threatened to carry out his attacks is approaching. In response, we will call in reinforcements and widen the search perimeters beyond the immediate Sumida River area. Boss! Boss, I'm sorry, it's all my fault. If only I hadn't lost my love and opened fire. Enough, I told you already, it's on me, as I've told you to lower your weapon. Thinking that chasing him to the river would corner him was also a miscalculation. Sure, it's possible that right now, he's sleeping with the fishes at the bottom of the river, but I somehow doubt things would be that easy. Do you really think he could kill hundreds of people? Who knows, him saying he already used his curse turned out to be a bluff. Hard to believe he could kill hundreds at once, even with a curse stone, but all we can do is pray that he was lying. The condition for Nejima's curse stone, the one-sided read, was only later discovered. Kills by dismemberment, one whose face, address, name, age, location, and occupation and location are all known by the curse bearer. And so at sunset that day, Out of 632 students enrolled at Kumakata High School, the 377 who were at home each had one arm and one leg severed. One by one, in the order they appeared in the school register, they bled to death while screaming in agony. Having no known cause, this atrocity terrified the public, resulting in widespread panic. Before long, fear and speculation plunged society into total chaos, and misinformation about the curses began to spread. A series of unrelated incidents broke out, unleashing pandemonium beyond all control. While it is uncertain whether Fumichi Kanejima intended things to go this far, Tetsuo Sumi's daughter Ayame Todo was also killed by Nejima's curse shortly after, and Tetsuo Susumi, unable to bear the heavy responsibility or the people's blame, quit the police force and fled from the public eye. At the very least, Nejima's goal of driving Tetsuo Susumi to ruin could not have been more thoroughly achieved. Thus, with his rapturous satisfaction, the curtain closes on Nejima's Reminiscence, Ending 2. So yeah, this is definitely a really crappy end. Oh wow, you really picked a much better ending than the previous one you were on. Congratulations. Actually, I'm not sure if I can skip this. I forgot if this skips the... because sometimes there are some scenes after the credits. So, and I'm not sure if this skips it. Well, at least you guys will know what the credits look like. Like, you guys will have a lot of... with how many times it's going to show up here. What Nejima went on to use his enormous hoard of soldier X for remains unclear. But according to later reports, Nejima devoted himself to his master, a woman called Lady Asino. Well, there goes the bad end. Actually, I want to do one more thing. Start from red. Fine. I will put the gun away. Alright, I'm ready to tackle him if he makes any sudden moves. Be my guest. Thank you kindly. I can breathe a little easier now. Okay, now we can put it on auto. Alright, let's hope he cools off now that he's lowered his gun. No sudden moves. No sudden moves now. That's the same thing's going through Ariel's head right now. Don't take your eyes off this guy for a second, Ariel. Got it. Oh, okay, I just noticed there's something different. Okay, so... Nejima looks nothing at all like I remember him. Did he really carve himself skinny just for this? Or is he that hell-bent on revenge? Okay, let's skip through a bunch of stuff. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we're good. I think there's a better way to skip through the dialogue. Let me check this. Gameplay guide, how to play. Press and hold. Okay, that's not much faster. Okay. Okay, there we go. This is pretty. Okay, easy. Okay, that's the same. What about it? Huh. Okay, how about now? Okay, Ayami Tornado is there. Let's see here. Huh. So it looks like you can't actually get a game over if you... Yeah, it looks like you can't get a game over if you actually get rid of the gun, so... Huh, that's actually nice. So yeah, the only way to get the game over is to let him have... is to have Ariel keep his gun out. They're coming to town for casualties now, but it's going to take a while. Ooh, sounds like you better get to work. Yeah, I didn't actually know that. That's interesting. Okay, we can go back to the story shot then. Now, as for this, there are actually two endings to, well, technically three, but it's just a different, you just get different dialogue. Okay, since for keeping information, let's say we do this. Ah, there we go. Huh? Ma'am, damn, did she fulfill the conditions? She sure did. Okay, it's time for a beatdown. See, you try to hide it all, now of all times? I wouldn't have come if you weren't a curse bearer. Stop! Too late. She's already dead. This is horrific. I'll be taking her curse stone. Whoa, huh. All the haunted clappers when neither was a source of fire? That was a close one. Now then, what will you do, Mr. Investigator? Ugh. You're not a curse bearer, so I don't have any reason to kill you. But I won't show you mercy if you're gonna try to capture me. So what'll it be? I still don't know how a curse works. It's too risky to make a move. Actually, I want to check something. Okay, so yeah. Okay, that's cool. Your employer is already dead anyway, so there's no reason for you to go out of your way to arrest me, right? I can still do my duty as a citizen and report you, do you know? Oh, what a surprise! This is when you decide to suddenly choose the side of righteousness. So it's not to the same things, you know. There's no clean hands when it comes to soul tracks. Well, it looks like you don't have anything to say about that. I'll be taking my leave, then. Bye-bye. Upon killing Hawe Shigema, a fellow curse bearer, Ayame Todo obtained more than enough soul drags for the rite of resurrection. However, it turned out that resurrecting someone who died a long time ago required an even larger amount. To fulfill her heart's deepest desires, she'd need to harvest more. So, she waited for the sun to set, for when the Feast of Shadows effects were at its peak, and she used the one-sided reed curse stone she had stolen from Fumichika Nejima. With it, she proceeded to kill all those whose personal information she knew, starting with those who mattered least to her. About the one-sided reed. You already know this. Many of them were random men, gullible and disposable, drawn in by the allure of a female university student. One notable victim among them was Tetsuo Tsusumi, who, being a curse bearer himself, was promptly targeted for his soul drags. Tsusumi's death threw the investigation of efforts into disarray, allowing Ayami to evade capture. Otherwise, he acquired various address registries and phone books and systematically killed the people listed in them. So unsuspecting victims could be safe at home, only to suddenly have their limbs severed, which means they have shook society to its core. Okay, so we got something that's even worse than Nezima's ending, which is pretty damn surprising. So yeah. So when she said that she wasn't much different from Nejima, yeah, she wasn't really she wasn't lying. This bitch really can kill several hundred people. But all things must come to an end, and so in time the killing stopped. Sometime after the killing, a modern-day genius female ukiyo-e artist burst into the art scene. She introduced herself as the mysterious mad paintress, and her fame grew quickly as she presented one incredible work after another. Raised as the modern reincarnation of Katsushika Hokusai, she quickly made her own mark on history. Ayame's aspiration ending 4. Now that's not the only ending we can get from her. Now then, let's... Actually, that's something I want to try. Okay, let's... Okay, now let's negotiate and kill. Ah, did you try to use your curse just now? It seems I didn't make your curse's conditions. I wonder if it was smart to secretly toss the lighter I was carrying earlier. When did? You made a mistake when you decided to ask me about smoking. If a source of fire is the condition for your stone, then you won't see me falling for it now. You wasted your time with all this chatter. All you needed was to activate your curse first. I bought everything Nijima had on him, including the lighter he was holding. But it's over now. Yes, I concede. It's pointless, as I'm telling you. With your cards on the table, you're out of options. It might be possible, okay? Coward. Hmm. Okay. Not load. I thought you could get something else. Sorry about that. Okay, let's just use it now. Huh? Ma'am, please, think this through. Ah! 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 Ma'am, why? It was the only way. Victor, could we settle any outstanding tabs now? Yeah, sure. Some days later. I'm a movie. You got a moment? Of course. What is it, Victor? I was just curious. Have you heard of the legend of the mother who prayed to the Subida River and resurrected her dead child? What are you on about? Mm-hmm. The mother searched so desperately for her adopted child as she lost her mind. Her son was found dead in Subida River, so she then built a mound and continued to pray there until her son somehow emerged from the mound, back from the dead, or so the legend goes. I heard she's being adapted into a no plane too. Interesting, and well, it just had me thinking that legends really do exist. I'm sorry to ask again, but what are you on about? Ah yes, this is one of the few happy endings. Because only one person, because the two serial killers basically died. Well, the serial killer and the soon-to-be serial killer. Of course, it's also a perfect crime since, like, I don't think anyone would suspect that that she even knew Ayame. So unless Victor decides to snitch, which I don't think he will, she she basically gets away scot-free. Also, Tatsu will get to live in this route. So yeah, this is the next ending that we're getting. The second last actually. So yeah, we have one more ending left to do, which is the true ending of the game. And with that, yeah, my Paranormasight streams will stop. So there won't be a stream this weekend due to that. Actually, I might actually switch up my stream schedule so I stream 3 times a week rather than 4. That should give me more time to work on a YouTube video and not, procrastinate. Never mind, it is what it is. Welcome to my office. It might be small and dirty, but welcome. Come on, Ernestine, say hello. That's it, good girl. Oh, that guy over there? That must be. Hey kid, I'm a private investigator. I worked with your mother not too long ago. What's this? You want to be an investigator when you grow up too? That's great. It's so much better than becoming a police officer. Hey, I'm Amori. Don't you tell the kid to give up on his dreams. I think it's a great idea. Why don't you bring us all some tea instead? Ahem, pardon me, let's start over. I bring you to my humble office today. Always legacy. Yep. Time to go get the true ending. Just check. Yeah, everything is blacked out, so they really don't give you any hints for what to do next. Well, technically they did. So, let's see. Because there's one loose end we need to tie up. So, right here, when we're talking with Takumi, if you remember, there was this thing. Which you remember is the beckoning light. Okay, look away. It got closer. Is this another one of the 7 mysteries? Looks like a will-o-wisp, maybe. Was there anything like that in the 7 mysteries? Huh? Am I supposed to touch it? No more cleansing. Where the body, soul, and mind of Seaman Tsuchimikado have all been brought together, the rite of cleansing is activated, dispelling all rituals and curses that have previously been performed. Okay, well, uh, oh, hi there. My. Finally you have arrived at this juncture. I expected no less from you. That would mean that you have managed to bring everything to light. So there's the possibility that you have wound up here by chance. So before I take you any further, I must ask you a number of questions about what exactly the soul, body, and mind of Seaman Tsuchimikado are. Firstly, which curse echo represents the soul of Seaman Tsuchimikado? Oh, and just so you know, you actually can't fail this. Like, he'll keep asking you these questions until you get them right. Yes, that is exactly it. After his defeat at the hands of Asino in the Honjo incident, Seaman wandered about near Hoenji. The form of his curse echo changed over time with the legend he left behind. This is the curse echo which was acquired by Mayu Chozawa, but when called forth by Seaman's body and mind, it appeared momentarily before him. Let us continue. Who served as the self of Seaman Tsuchimikado? Who was the body, his body, his descendant who carried his blood in their veins? Let me just mess around. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Are you toying with me, perhaps? I'm afraid humor will not get you far here. Okay, so yeah. Alright, yeah, it's double eyes. So yeah, you can't get this wrong. Correct again. Although Kogo Ogier was born to an ordinary family, the blood of a distant relative ran thick in his veins. In truth, the same is true for Yoko Fukunaga. She was also one who had the blood of a distant relative coursing through her. In her case, it was Asino. Seaman and Asino fated to meet again all these hundreds of years later. Now for my final question. Who is the mind of Seaman Mikado? Tell me the name of the person whose consciousness was directly tied to his. So, yeah. Oh, I see. You believe it to be Nanto. I was saying you believe it to be yourself. Are you certain? Yes, you are correct. Finally, you have remembered. That's right, you are. Seaman's consciousness, awoken by the curses and the rite of resurrection. You are Paranormasight, the 7 mysteries of Honjo. However, having lost your memories, you forgot about the duty assigned to you. This is, if I may say so, where I played my part, guiding you through the events of this story. As your consciousness was all that was left of you, you manipulated time and space by way of the story chart, jumping from vessel to vessel, and manipulated your host's actions by whispering commands into their ears. In doing so, you were able to get the full picture of what needed to be done. When at one point, while still unconscious, you managed to remember your duty. The so-called mastermind behind these events, the one who awakened the rite and the curses, was Yoko Fukunaga, descendant of Asino herself. You unconsciously activated your curse and killed her. How interesting that she awakened Seaman's consciousness at the same time as the curses. That wasn't the one and only time she could have been stopped. But due to your influence on Sogooki's will, Yoko Fukunaga was brought back to life. Using the story chart to undo her death, I led you to believe that it was the work of the rite of resurrection itself. But as it turns out, seeing what would transpire as if the mastermind was not killed at the outset, is what ultimately revealed the way to put an end to the curses for good. There were certain things which would have answered all your questions had you noticed them. For example, even while under your control, Sogo Oki willingly used his curse. When I asked you early on how many Sogo Oki had killed, this is what I meant. Had you not used the curse, Sogo Oki would have done so of his own accord. Furthermore, Mayu Chusawa was able to recall information which only you knew. She was able to do this because she was connected to you through her curse echo, the beckoning light. Actually, yeah, I should probably read this. I don't actually like how they handled Yoko, considering that she lit that. Yes, as you notice, they explained her entire plan in literally just. They literally just explained out her entire plan. So, in order, just in order to facilitate this. Also, you notice. Actually, what? No, not that. Let me check something. Okay, so she wanted to revive us, Arsenal. So, but like you notice that she kind of failed if you didn't succeed, and you got the other stuff, the other endings. So yeah, I really don't like how they handled Yoko's as Arsenal. Now, allow me to ask you one last question. If you doing all that you know now had the ability to resurrect one's life, what would you do? This is in character, so I'll say this. Oh, I see, I see. That was Saban's original intention. I apologize for leaving it out of the options when I first asked you this question. Now it is time to bring things to a close. She says different things depending on which one of those you answer with. Okay, so the only change is the one that you selected in the at the beginning, and everything else is the just a generic. Oh, your mind has changed. So yeah. Upon your arrival here, the rite of cleansing was activated, dispelling all other rituals and curses. Look upon the fruit of your efforts, and then we'll leave this world behind for good. Thank you truly for all the work you have done. So yeah. So yeah, you also know why I chose these as the icons for the characters now. And also why I chose uh, No You to instead of, Mayu. That's what happened. I can't believe it. I finally understand. Yeah, I was the one who did it to Yoko. Hello, I'm still here. The blood of the Onryoji that's inside me broke into my consciousness and gave me that curse. Yoko was after the rite of resurrection. She was the one who awakened the curses of the seven mysteries and cast the Feast of Shadows. And the only way to stop all of it was to put a stop to her here. Otherwise, the rite of cleansing might have been negated too. I wonder how much of it was really her doing all these things. Yoko. I guess this explains why I felt it was fate when I started all this, though she didn't seem to notice. I guess things were always destined to end like this, from the moment we met. I wish we could have met under different circumstances. No point in thinking like that now. God, I need a drink. I'm thinking a Moscow mule. Or two, or three. Hello, I'm still here. Ma'am, what is it? Ah, just a dream. It seems that it was all just a dream. I dreamt that there was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. Just a dream. Sorry to say it, but there isn't. Right, of course not. But, even if there is such a thing, I promise you that I will get to the bottom of the kidnapping. In fact, I've happened to find a very important lead from over a year ago. A witness that has evaded our reach until now. An eyewitness from the scene of the kidnapping. I see. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell is this? The medical unit told me to get down here. What happened? As I was looking into Yoshimi's death at the former Yasuda Gardens, another body was discovered at a different park in the area. Could they be related? It sure looks like it, but... Excuse me, we found this among the victim's belongings. Thought you'd want to know. Hmm? What's this? What the hell? Boss, look what was in the female victim's address book. Yoshimi's phone number and photo. What? In the picture, there's an X drawn on it and a bunch of weird symbols, and a hole where his heart would be. No. Do you think, could this be some kind of curse or something? How many times do I have to tell you to not try to connect everything to the occult? Damn it, is this a Nakagoshi case after all? What was that, boss? Don't worry about it. Make sure you put that photo into evidence. There's no doubt this is related to Yoshimi. Make sure you do a thorough sweep of the area. I'm going to make a phone call. Got it. Leave it to me. Spend as long as you want on the phone. Mio, it turns out Michio really did die in an accident. Yeah, if we ask around, we might be able to get a little more information. I guess there never really was such a thing as a rite of resurrection. I did feel like there was a spirit watching over us. Well, two spirits actually. Damn it. Why, nothing's happening. But now my contract will be... No. Never should have believed in this blasted record of fate. To all of you watching from far, far away, the rite of resurrection has never existed, not in any world, not in any time. So I ask you to take the life you hold and move boldly forward one step at a time. Victor, Ariel's out. Do you want to question him? Hang on, Ariel. I want to get enough evidence for a search warrant. Let him go for now, and I'll follow him. That's the kidnapper. Yes. I'm the one who did it. So please, help me. She's always following me. I'm so sorry, Michio. I had no idea. What? Hajime was killed by this Yoko Fukunaga? How could that be? He wasn't the kind of guy who could just be picked off like that. You know that. Yeah, boss is hiding something. There seems to be some kind of secret hidden in Hajime's family tree. Let me see if I can find out what it is. I had heard you would be absent today. Is there something you need? Well, I seem to have this spirit sensing all of a sudden. I know it's the sort of thing our chairwoman doesn't approve of, so I thought I'd mention it. You could have called. I didn't think you were the standoffish type. I had to find out from him why. Oops, sorry. I forgot. I forgot all about my favorite chief inspector. The hell are you planning? Nothing so heinous as your plan, thinking. I'm only Makoto and Ashimiya after all. Nothing but a lonely janitor. How are things with you? You getting along with your daughter? Well, more or less. Okay, so we don't get any resolution for Ayame either. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't really get a lot of resolution in this ending. That's a criticism I have with the game, which is uh, another one, which is that the final ending is kind of just a okay, you done the thing. Now let's look at where all the characters are. You don't really get to see a whole lot happen. But that's it. That's the game. That's Paranormasight. So yeah, I now that we've reached the end, I'd like to thank first of all Nico B. I don't think he'll ever see these streams, but in the event that he does, I do want to thank him for introducing me to this game. Since like his let's play really got me into like this frankly wonderful short little game that I honestly wouldn't have got started if it weren't for him. And because of that, I wouldn't have even started streaming since. And this is transitioning to back to who I'd like to thank next, which is the Juno server because I'd like to thank Juno, which is a VTuber streamer who is currently out of action. Is all I can say because I started streaming the game on her Discord server as because I wanted to show people off on how good this game was. And one of them actually recommended I started streaming. So honestly, if it wasn't for this game, I don't think I would have started streaming. Which is also why I decided to go and stream this game on Twitch to begin with. Uh, and also because like I wanted to see to experiment to see like what kind of games I should play on Twitch. Because now that I'm done with it, I realized that this probably wasn't the best game to stream because not only does it not is it like completely different from Plants vs Zombies, but because I want to read everything due to it being a visual novel, I couldn't do much in terms of commentary. So I think I would avoid visual novel type games in the future, as well as story based ones. Since this is just me personally, I don't really want to spoil other. Like streaming isn't a good medium for visual novel for story based games since if a lot of people drop in the middle of the stream, so they won't have any idea what's happening. So I'm going to avoid story based games and visual novel type games, which also does cut down on the amount of games that I want to stream. Like, I don't think I'm going to stream Ace Attorney or Danganronpa. Okay, maybe Danganronpa, because like there's a lot more you could do other than just read. But even then, I don't think I'll stream that. I wanted to stream Doki Doki Literature Club, but yeah, I don't think I'll do that either. And so yeah, as mentioned earlier, this is going to be the there's not going to be a stream on Sunday. So yeah. But there's still going to be a Plants vs Zombie streams in a few days, so look forward to that. Now, with that, I think we'll end the stream here. So yeah, this is Latokia signing out. Thanks for joining me on my Paranormasight journey. And I hope you enjoyed the streams. I'll see you on for my next project on Plants vs Zombies and maybe even on my YouTube channel once I start actually uploading stuff. We are going to also see an upgrade in my next Plants vs Zombie stream, so look forward to that. So with that out of the way, this is Natakias signing out. Thank you and farewell to all.